Okay, this is Tim Adams again at Nippert Stadium, and this is a guy I've been hearing about ever since he signed with Cincinnati. They had you stashed away at Coach Kuntz's dad's junior college, and ever since you got on campus, I was coming here watching camps, and they said, you got to see this guy. He's huge. He said he's the best looking athlete I've ever seen. So Lyndon Baines Johnson, what's your height and weight?
About 6'6", about 25.
6'6", 285 pounds. So kind of tell us how you got to Cincinnati. In high school, did you play a lot of football? Did anybody recruit you?
No, not really. When I come out of high school, I had like maybe 3 schools, and it was all JUCO, so I didn't have a lot. I mean, I played a little bit. I didn't play much, but I guess the time that I got in, I was recognized.
In high school, what position did you play?
High school, I played D-tackle.
Defensive tackle. Was it a small school where a lot of coaches didn't see? Were you as this big back then?
I was at 5A, so it was pretty nice. Pretty nice high school. You know what I'm saying? Just
So in junior college, then, how did a lot of the bigger schools not find a guy who's 6'5", 6'6", 290 pounds? How did you go under the radar?
Honestly, I do not know, but I guess like when I got to college, my mind wasn't really into school like that when I was in high school. So when I got to college, I had to change my perspective of things. And, I had to get more serious about what I was doing.
So grades were an issue for you, which probably scared some people away then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was.
Now, I've heard that you also played some basketball at your junior college.
Yes, man. I played my first year at Holmes. My second year I didn't play because I had so many classes and hours, so I had to kind of lay off the basketball.
Now, do you come from a big family? You're a big guy. Are your parents big people?
My dad about 6'4". He probably about the same weight as me. My mom was short.
So coming out of the junior college, did anybody else offer you other than Cincinnati?
I had one more school. And then I had a lot of schools that was sending me mail, but one really getting in contact.
Who was the other school that offered you?
Man.
It's like, that's like forgetting your girlfriend's name. And you got to be.
Nah, it was man. I just it was on.
Now, are you a big weightlifter? Are you in the weight room? Because like I said, I kept hearing, man, you got to see this guy. And they also told me having the gear on doesn't do you justice. Because people say you got to see him in a t-shirt and shorts because he is just really ripped.
Well, I'm not really a weight guy. You know what I'm saying? When I do get in there, I try to work hard, but I don't.
Now, coming from a junior college to FBS football, you've been through the training camp now. You're a defensive tackle going against Cincinnati's primarily the number 2 offensive line. How much more difficult has it been making the adjustment at FBS level as opposed to the junior college level?
Honestly, it hasn't been that big of a difference, but it is a difference. It's just coming to a big school is more people, and like for us football, you have bigger opponents, bigger and better opponents. So on the field, it's a harder challenge, but with hard work,
What about growing up here in more of an urban setting? Has that been an adjustment for you?
I'm from Mississippi.
Yeah, which is a lot different from this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take your fishing pole and find somewhere to go get your fish.
That's the thing about it, because like when I first got up here, before we left off the camp, I had to find somewhere for my car, and I went to ask somebody. It was like everywhere you park, you had to pay for. I'm like, man, you can't just. Around here, you can't just go and play ball anywhere or something like that. You gotta. It's like everything you have to pay for. So yeah, it's a little struggle adapting to the city.
So have the guys here accepted you pretty well? I mean, I guess with Coach Kuntz, he kind of knew you already, but the other defensive tackles kind of got you into the brotherhood.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Everybody around here cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with nobody. As soon as I got here, everybody, introduced themselves and everything like that.
Easy, soft-spoken guy, but when you get out there, it has to change, right? You got to become the Terminator, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Lyndon Johnson, thanks for joining us today.